everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for subscribing and watching thus far. I truly appreciate it. And this week I'm going to bring you another recipe, and this recipe is Lucy Eyelesbarrow's mushroom soup. And it comes from a book called Recipes for M Word, 66 Dishes That Celebrate the Mysteries of Agatha Christie by Karen Pierce. And it's a nice mushroom soup that was inspired from Agatha Christie's novel 450 from Paddington, published in 1957, and it is a Miss Marple mystery. And these are just the ingredients that you see here, and it is a pretty simple, easy recipe to do if you love soup, especially mushroom soup, and I recommend it because it's just a fabulous dish. What you're going to do is take a medium pan over medium heat and add 2 tablespoons of butter to melt, and then you're going to add a half-pound mushrooms sliced, and I recommend slicing them a little thinner just to get them sautéed better, but you can do a little bit thicker if you want. And then you're going to add a little bit of salt and pepper along with some lemon juice to taste, and then saute it for 4 to 5 minutes. Next, you'll add 1 cup of chicken broth and stir, then simmer over medium-low heat for 10 minutes. And while that's simmering, you're going to make a nice little creamy dish. And what it is just a small pan over low heat where you're going to melt 1 tablespoon butter, then add in 1 tablespoon of bleached all-purpose flour and 1 cup of whole milk. I'm not sure if you can use non-dairy milk, but the recipe calls for whole milk. And then it's going to thicken a little bit, and you're just going to keep whisking in order to have it thicken. I added a little bit more flour just to get it a little thicker quicker. Once that's nice and thick, you're going to remove it from the heat. When the chicken broth and mushroom mixture is nicely simmered for about 10 minutes, you're then going to add in the milk and flour mixture. And then you're just going to stir it a little bit, and as it begins to thicken, you're just going to cook it for about 10 more minutes, stirring regularly until it gets completely thick. Then once it's finished, you're going to divide the soup in a bowl. And it's supposed to be making 2 servings, but I decided to use it just for myself. And you can add a little lemon zest for garnish. And I would not recommend this because I myself just didn't like the lemon zest for garnish. But I do think it does add a little bit of something if you're interested in lemon zest and want a bit more of that bitter tang taste. Now we'll give it a try. Editor here, I just wanted to let you know that I had a background copyright problem in the video, so I just had to mute it, but I'm now very good because it was a very delicious recipe. And I will say this was a very good recipe. I liked it a lot. You can hardly taste any of the lemon juice unless you add the lemon zest. And I have thought about adding more rosemary to it the next time I use it because I think with cooking you can do different things. But overall, I do recommend this recipe. I think the soup is delicious, it's nice and quick, and it's easy to cook up and enjoy on a nice cold day, especially if you're like me, up in New England and the winter is coming. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that recipe and will give it a try. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell. You can also look at the recipe in the description box because it's unfortunately not website available, and pick up the cookbook as well. Thank you so much again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.